Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Diaries with your dolls, Luke Birch and Sensible Sam. How about you cozy up in your cover, snuggle up tight, put those headphones in, and listen along, loves. Hope you enjoy.
What up?
Hey, baby, how are you?
I'm not too bad. I'm still having these fucking coughing fits.
I've noticed. I'm so sorry, baby doll. I really hope you get better soon, because coughing sucks. I know I smoke a lot of weed. Excuse me, that was a burp. That was a joke too, but there you go. No, seriously, that fucking sucks. What are you doing for it? Are you taking like lozenges? Are you doing like Halls? Are you stepping into the mint zone?
I've got some cough syrup.
Is a cough syrup fun? You want to send me some? I mean, no! Use it as directed. DM me later. Cough syrup. Cough syrup is good for you. You just don't take shots of it. 30 shots within a 12-hour period. Just don't do that. That's all I'm saying. You'll be fine. But I hope you feel better soon, babe, because I know we do have situations where it's like, oh my God, we have our issues, and me probably more than Luke. But I know the laryngitis and stuff happens, and laryngitis is no fun. You have a beautiful voice, and I don't want you to ever lose it. I don't ever want you to lose it.
It happens.
It's a beautiful voice. And so laryngitis sucks. I used to have tonsillitis and bronchitis. Like every year, like clockwork. Around Halloween, I would get sick and I would be down until after New Year's. It was crazy.
I've had tonsillitis twice.
I used to get it every year. But up to about 3 years ago, it stopped. It just stopped, Luke. Dude, I would get so sick.
I actually have been told that if I ever go back and present tonsillitis again, they want to remove the tonsils.
You know what? They told me about my 5th or 6th time that they were going to do that, and then they sent me home. But then again, I don't live in, insurance is over here, and like money. I wish we had universal health care is not the best. There are long lines and everybody's sick. Mm-hmm. I get it.
Yeah.
But universal health care in some forms could be also okay. I wish I didn't get turned away, but it happens. I already had a surgery, so I was in the hole big time from years ago. And so now nobody wants to take out my tonsils.
It's probably more so, at least in my opinion, public option is the best option. You get people who need to be covered, but there are a select portion of the population who I know would stay private, and that would shorten wait times for everyone.
Absolutely. That's kind of how it works here, I guess. The poorest people do get like sources like Medicare and Medicaid. Unfortunately, with Medicare and Medicaid, they don't necessarily cover. Well, they cover a lot of stuff, but a lot of people don't take it because they only pay you a certain amount. Medicare and Medicaid paid like percentages of like your actual fee. So then a lot of people don't want to deal with it because they're taking a price cut, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So even though a lot of people that I work with and volunteer with are on Medicare and Medicaid and on financial assistance, it's not as great as it sounds. They're like, oh, they're on Medicaid, they're right in the system, they're going to get every single care possible, they're going to be the healthiest people, and the reality is they're not. Because they're not going to cover what private insurance is going to cover when you pay that $2,500 deductible.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it. I wouldn't want to give you a sandwich for free if I paid $30 to make it, right?
Yeah.
I get it. I totally get I respect the profession. I've been in the medical field. I absolutely understand that my work is worth the price, but I would never gouge. So I don't know. I'm torn. I want everybody to have access, but not this kind of access. You know what I mean? I've been on that. When I was when I was younger and I had Adam, I got very sick after having him. And I was down and out for a little bit. And, after I had Christopher, well, it was kind of worse because we had 2 losses before Christopher came. So I'm still paying on those, believe it or not. But it would at least take care of the basic care needed. And that's what I fight for. Basic care. I mean, I'm not saying take care of this guy from head to toe. Just provide basic care to where he's not a rock, I guess, on the system. Because if we're not healthy, everybody's weighing us down.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense, but I just want everybody to be able to be okay. And that you know what, Luke, I am one of those people that I wish for the best. And I hope for the best. And I try for the best. But I'm also realistic. And sometimes you got to prepare for the worst.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move to England. I'm going to move to Birmingham. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to get like all kinds of help. I'm going to get hooked up in like a year or 2. No, speaking of moving, that's kind of one of the reasons I don't even know I want to be in Texas anymore.
What?
So yeah, I don't know, man. I kind of thought about this a few years back, because Colorado had legalized cannabis and, you know, so did Cali with Prop 216. And I was like, man, you know what, Luke, I've been working behind the scenes for over a decade. I worked with Michigan. I worked with, Iowa. I've worked with Delaware. Every state in the union, you name it, I've worked with them, trying to legalize cannabis in their area. And it just hasn't happened for Texas, and I can't seem to get enough allies for it. So it is what it is. I've raised money for refugees to leave Texas because they needed cannabis oil because they had seizures and stuff like that. So we sent them up to Colorado. We have Texas refugees, so many in Colorado at this point, because Cali is so expensive. Denver is a little more lenient. And I thought, what the hell? What am I doing here? I'm an outlaw. And if I could get whole cannabis oil, which I need, I can't get it here. I'm definitely not going to break any laws, because Texas is very, very strict with concentrates as far as that goes. It's worse than having cannabis, the flower, here. You'll get a lot of years in prison, to felony. So I'm not trying to do that. So I thought, what the fuck? I've got friends in Colorado. I've got friends in California. Why not? Why don't I just get the fuck out of Texas? And I don't know. I've seen so many people flourish, but moving is not a cheap it's not a cheap financial decision, and it's not something I take very lightly. I've been born and raised here, Luke. Texas is all I know. Do I want to try to be here longer for my kids? Absolutely. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll fucking live in the RV for like 6 months or something somewhere. I don't know. We'll see. But I always thought about it. I have to be honest. I might want to leave Texas. I feel like even if I were to move anywhere, Luke, I would still fight for Texas. Period. I would still be there and continue to fight, because that's one of the reasons I don't want to leave Texas, is because I feel like I would be leaving a lot of souls behind that needed what I'm fighting for. And not everybody is fortunate to be able to pick up and just move to another state. So, there's one of those things. It's one of those things. I'm still kind of weighing it out. Don't know if I'm going to do it. Don't know if I can leave all the little ones I've been fighting for. You know what's funny is that I had a big, let me see, how can I put this? So I did a lot of work behind the scenes as far as getting legalization goes in different states. And I actually had somebody tell me after I helped them and I was able to secure a meeting between one of my higher ups with an official from the city and the state. And it came out very favorable and they wound up getting at least medical. Can you believe this? I asked them to help us out to see if they could spare some volunteer hands to help me try to get the same thing done in Texas. And they said, well, we're just hoping that it doesn't get legalized just yet over there. Like, we want to enjoy our legalization first and then we'll help others.
That's fucked up. Okay, I'm at a loss for words. Yeah, that's really fucked up.
I could not believe my ears that somebody would wish that Texas legalization would come slower than usual. I didn't understand that. I still don't. But I don't take it in any harsh way because I'm not in their shoes and I can't judge because I don't know what they're thinking. What I do think is, you scratch my back, I scratch yours, you help me, I help you, we hold each other up.
And surely wouldn't it be better all round if everyone got to enjoy the benefits?
And I have no idea why they would say that. If we could just get it legalized federally, get everything done, get it descheduled, man, everybody would be so much happier. As Denver has proven, drug crime doesn't go up. Kids don't start smoking weed because it's legal. That's not how it works. You know? Yeah, that was kind of weird. I was like, dude, really? Like, he actually told me to call him back in 2 years. I don't know about anybody else, but a lot of people don't have 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought that was kind of weird. So whoever listens back to when we chat, Luke, just help each other, fight for each other, even though you're not in the same state, because you know what? At the end of the day, we're all in it together. So everybody come and help fight for Texas. We all need legalization, and I can use your help. If you want to help, let me know. That'd be great. But
I'd happily help if there wasn't an ocean separating us.
Oh, you could. I could deputize you, and you could totally fucking be a coordinator in the UK and schedule and work with law enforcement. We do 50 states plus everything else. Chile, Lima, Portugal, Brazil, you name it, baby. I've worked with officials from pretty much a lot of different places. It's been an honor, honestly.
Let's speak about this in one of our completely off-air calls where we're not even recording and see
right
if
on.
we can get something sorted out.
Oh, that would be great. So do you know about Colorado, Arizona, and Canada? Like, do you know those places?
Of course I do.
Well, do you know them like, what would you say? What would your choice be? Like, if you had a choice and you could move to one of those places?
Out of them three?
Yes, because
Out of them three, I'd probably go Colorado.
Right? Mountains, beautiful. Oh my God, Luke, I went on a 420 tour one year, right? It was so fun. And And you know what? It was so weird because they kept telling us, don't drink alcohol because we're at a different elevation level, right? And so then I was in Denver, Colorado. So they have a different elevation level. And you get lightheaded around there. Blood gets thinner, oxygen gets thinner, blah, blah, blah. It's almost like a quarter of Mount Everest.
It's called Mile High City for a reason.
Exactly. And not just because of the cannabis. And it was so weird, Luke, because everybody kept trying to warn me. And my tour guides were all like, okay, Sensible Sam, because that's what they called me, believe it or not. They were like, Sensible Sam, you got to be careful. Don't drink any alcohol. Drink plenty of water. Take lots of walks while you're here on your off time. And rest as much as you can. They made it seem like I was going to fucking die if I breathed in like 10 minutes of oxygen or something. I was like, but it was so cool because you know that I have certain ailments and whatnot. And I've said it on the show. There's no secret. And so when I went to Denver, Luke, I could breathe. I didn't sound like a congested Muppet, for one. Which, bonus. And I could breathe and I could think and I felt awesome, Luke. It felt like somebody gave me like an injection of like vitamin D or something. Mm-hmm. I think Colorado's good for me. I think Denver's good for me. I felt the best that I had. I was there for 4 days and I felt awesome. Mm-hmm. Awesome, Luke.
Yeah, the reason I said Colorado is could do without was basically weather, can do without the cold of Canada and can do without the heat of Arizona.
Right on. Oh my God, Luke. Now that you say weather, I'm going to tell you a story. When I came back from that 420 tour, and I'm not a plane flyer, I probably left Texas like 4 times, right? And it was raining. It was kind of sleeting. It was weird. The weather was so bad while I was in Denver. It was raining the whole time. It was freezing. Excuse me. And so then they said, okay, we're going to fly out. We were on the tarmac. Excuse me, for like, I shit you not, like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, waiting for the weather to clear up until our pilot said, I can do this. Let's go. You know? And then we went. We were in the air for about 30, 45 minutes when the plane started to shake with turbulence. I know what turbulence is, right? I'm not a little bitch. I know. But then it still scares me. I don't scream out loud. And so the turbulence started. I had a cup of coffee on my tray. And I had this really cute couple sitting next to me, right, in that aisle. And the plane starts bopping up and down, like I'm literally flying out of my seat. And I'm literally flying out of my seat, and the seatbelt holds me down. And I'm like, whoa! It's like a Texas ride in Fiesta, Texas. I was like, oh my God, right? And then the plane, I swear to God, Luke, turns over to its to its right hand side first. My Coke goes against my window on my seat and it pops on boosh, there goes the soda. It's everywhere, right? And then he levels back up and then we go to our left. I roll so much over to my left that I wind up on the couple next to me, right? And I'm still in my seatbelt. At this point, Luke, we're all holding each other. I made new friends. I slid into their fucking seat BMs, and there I am. We're all holding hands, hugging each other, and I'm like, wow, thank you. Because I don't want to be here alone. I'm sending text messages to my kids. I love you. I've always loved you, no matter what. Eventually, they'll hit. And so the turbulence is so bad. I made left to right. Lights are flickering on and off. Drinks are going everywhere. People are oohing and ahhing and freaking out, trying to stay calm. The plane dropped, I want to say more than 4 times. Out of the sky, it just dropped. And then somehow didn't fall all the way down. So I've got a little PTSD from that, to say the least. But I met a great couple. They have very soft hands and great shoulders to lean on. They were so great. I've messaged them a couple of times. They're doing great. They just had a baby.
Good.
So it's so weird how situations kind of make differences in your life. But that was scary. Look, I don't ever want to really fly again. I'm getting invited to China, and I'm probably saying no way, Jose, because flying to China is 24 hours straight. Over the ocean, by the way. I can do bits of the ocean. Like, I can't even do a cruise, Luke. If I do a cruise, it better be something that stays very close to land and that has minimal stops. Wait, that's a ferry, right? That's a ferry. That's not a cruise. That's a ferry. I want to be on a ferry. I don't want to be on a cruise. Because fuck the ocean, it's scary, Luke. And fuck the air, it's scary. It was horrible. What the fuck? It was just like, now I kind of have a little bit of PTSD when I think about flying. And I never did have that before, so. Will I fly again? Yes, I will. Because life's too fucking short. Was it scary? Hell fucking yeah, bitch. Hell fucking yeah. And you're gonna fly across the pond, and I'm not trying to scare you, and I don't want to fuck you up or nothing. That was just my personal 1 out of 1,000 experiences.
Hey.
Planes fly normally every day.
I don't want this to sound harsh, but I've got bigger things to lose sleep over.
Baby, those are the most beautiful words I love to live by. I've got bigger shit to lose sleep over. I guess it was just that because then I got invited to a conference next year and I'm freaking out, Luke. That's probably why I brought it up. I'm freaking out, Luke. I don't want to go. I don't want to fly. And I don't know if I can drive that big ass RV because I can't back it up for shit. I can't even parallel park in it. Come on. I suck at parallel parking. Well, no. If it's a small car like in my Kia, I could totally bang that shit out. Boom! Parallel parked, bitch! But not always.
No, I'm not going there.
I can parallel... I think I can parallel park. Right, Thunder? I can parallel park. You've seen Mommy do it, right, Thunder?
Yeah.
See? There you go. See? Critter said yes. Critter said he's lying, but he said yes.
Yeah,
I can.
I'm not going there.
I can drive. Just a little bit. So, can I pass a driver's test? That remains to be seen. I don't know, driver's test, like, have you gone yet? Have you studied yet? I mean, you guys, I know it's different in Birmingham, right, babe? Because here in Texas and San Antonio, you have to have, like, a fucking car. Especially in the area I'm at. I don't get buses out here. I love buses.
I started taking lessons, but I dropped them for a bit and just haven't gone back to them yet.
Well, thing is, if it's not something that's important in your area, don't stress yourself out over it, because some areas you just live better on the bus or taxi or ferrying or whatever. And that's how I was until I moved out to the sticks. I love the bus. The bus has so many interesting people. I love making friends. So it's like, hey, Stinky Dan, how are you today? He's all like, I'm fine, Sensible Sam. How is you? And I'm like, I'm fine, baby. I got a sandwich. You want to split it? I always split food with people on the bus. Is that weird?
A little. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Shan shares her food on the bus just a little bit. I love it because I used to be on the bus like hours at a time and I'd be starving. And I remember, Luke, this little old lady one time, she opened up her purse and she goes, dig in. Because my stomach was rumbling that loud. I was sitting next to her. I was going to my second job, right? And my tummy was rumbling. It was all gurgle, 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 bitch. Feed me food, gurgle, gurgle. I'm going to embarrass you in front of everybody on this bus, gurgle, gurgle. And this sweet little old lady opened up her purse. She goes, dig in, sweetheart. Eat whatever you want. And I'm like, honestly, look, I was a bitch at the time. I was like, is she okay? Is she sane? She just opened up her purse and told me to eat her change. Is that cool? Like, do I eat paper? And then she pulled out some animal crackers and I was like, Oh, animal. Okay. I'll reach into your purse now. Okay. So I ate like so many animal crackers and licorice bites. It wasn't even funny. And you know what? I I was able to see her one time. You know what? Then those are just passing memories, right? Because then after that, she took off. But I saw her again like months later. And she was trying to get off, and her little basket, her grocery basket was stuck on the bus. And I was like, dude, I'm not in a hurry. I'll jump off. I'll wait for the next bus. I'll help her off. So I helped her off. She lived at the apartment right there at the corner. So I walked her to her apartment, helped her in, and I got more licorice. And it was awesome. And I took the next bus. And you know what, Luke? I felt so great because she gave me the biggest hug. And she thanked me so much. And I thought that was awesome. So I think that's why I have such great memories on the bus. I'll take public transportation. I don't care. It just doesn't come out here. It just doesn't, which kind of sucks. Do you have a horse? I could probably ride a horse into town. I used to have this boar I used to ride in, but then he sued me for like civil rights and stuff, and now I feed him cake and take care of him and massage his hooves and stuff. It's a settlement. It's part of the settlement. It's okay. But lesson learned. Take a bus, not a horse or a boar. Oh, I'm horrible.
Yeah, you take the boars for different things.
Viva la Borde. That's our next. Oh, Viva la Borde. That should have been a lesson. But, you know what, Luke? I guess the point is I've had lots of experiences in my lifetime that's molded me to who I am today. And you know what? I wouldn't take anything back. As hard as it was, as shitty as it was, as hard as it was at times, it wasn't all bad. I would definitely do it all over again. Because I'm not perfect, but I'm happy about who Sensible Sam is. I think she's pretty level-headed, and I think she knows right from wrong, and has a decent heart and loves everybody, and I hope they know that.
I'm sure they do.
I'm not good at being negative. I'm not good at taking shit the wrong way. Mm-hmm. Babe, when I was completely off topic, well, not off topic, but kind of, you know, I used to get scolded for speaking Spanish when I was younger. In school. Yeah, I'm that old. My mom was suspended from school for speaking Spanish one day. I went to the same high school she did, and lo and behold, I got the same punishment. Life sucks, and sometimes you just got to make hard decisions. And I was in this class, a science class, with a lady called Miss May. She was our teacher, Miss May. Blonde hair, blue eyes, beautiful woman that I really did respect until she started calling my mom in every other fucking week. And every time she would call my mom in for a parent conference, she wouldn't show up, right? And my mom used to work at 5 a.m. So she would have to come in at 6 and then go into work late. And the whole reason for her calling my mom in and calling the principal on me was because I was speaking Spanish to kids that didn't speak English. She said I was cheating and giving them the answers when all I was doing was explaining the assignment.
Yeah.
So yeah, my school, I couldn't fucking speak Spanish there, which was weird. So when I see the community all embracing Spanish, and I see the community talking about, you know, everybody's like speaking Spanish and typing Spanish, and it's a wonderful, I'm in this, it's awesome. Like, it makes me feel so great that you guys would do that. And it's so fun. It's so different from back in the day.
Even though typically whenever I do it, I have to use a translation app and just copy and paste it.
It still counts because you already know the translation. You've read the translation in English, so you know what it is. You know what you're typing. It just, you know, the words will come with it. But it's so crazy. It's like now everybody's like talking Spanish, and it's great. So if I can be an influence anywhere, I hope it's a good one, which is fun. So, because I didn't get to talk Spanish for a long time. And then now I get to see my friends, my loved ones, just fuck around with it. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful time. And I've seen a lot in my lifetime, Luke. I'm happy you know what? The world isn't perfect, but I'm happy where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
And it was better than 60 years ago. So now I love that I can talk spinach with everybody, and then everybody's all like, spinach, spinach, spinach. And I'm like, yeah. And it's awesome. I fucking love it. I love this community so much, Luke. I really appreciate you and a lot of people that we have in this community. I'm being all lovey-dovey today, Luke. I want to hug everybody and kiss everybody and just tell them how much I love them and just say how great everybody is, because they are. It's not the weed talking either. Maybe it is just hold on. I'm going to take a drag. I'll use it. Ooh, one more hit. I'm taking a hit for everybody right now. Oh, that was a shitty hit, guys. Oh, y'all would be so sad at me. Oh, no. Let me give y'all a better hit. Hold on.
Still going, still going, still going.
Shut up, jeez. Oh, wow, I didn't know cheese was on there. Shut up, cheese. Fuck all that noise.
That actually reminds me of that one time and I hope you don't mind me bringing this up, that one time the two of us were on a couple of weeks back, and you took something like a 10 to 12 second hit and spent the next 5 minutes coughing it out.
I was trying to be cool, but I wasn't. Like right now. That was, I'm sorry.
This is sort of like me after I take my first shot of whiskey for the night.
That was a cough sneeze. Did you hear that? Look, it was a cough sneeze.
Yeah.
That was weird. If I would have farted, that would have been worse. Jesus Christ. Sorry. Wow. Fuck.
I really shouldn't be laughing at this. I really should not be laughing at this. It's still funny though.
You gotta breathe. The trick is to. The trick is to breathe. Breathing is the trick.
And while we're waiting for Sam to come back, I'm gonna share a fun fact. Hey everyone, did you guys know that 2 plus 2 equals 4? And 3 plus 3 is actually 6. 4 plus 4, however, that's 8.
I'm so sorry. Oh my God.
3.1415926538. That's about
equals
as much
pi.
as I know.
Equals pi.
Yeah.
I didn't know the 2 plus 2, but I know pi. I'm so sorry, Luke. I almost died, everybody. I almost died, Luke. Almost died. Hey, Stormy, you didn't fucking see me almost die, Stormy? You know CPR, not even mouth to mouth. Not cool. You go back to sleep. It's whatever.
I
See what I'm working with?
I wonder if the Bee Gees did that intentionally. That the beat to the song Staying Alive is the perfect tempo to perform chest compressions during CPR.
Oh my god! I am CPR. Oh my god, shut up, cheese. Look. Oh my god, I am so fucking trained in CPR and first aid, Luke. And food handling. Sorry. And TABC, I'm all certified in that. And it's funny that you say that because probably about, not the last two instructors, but probably the instructor before that said the exact same thing you did. And we were practicing on a dummy, right? And he goes, ha, 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 staying alive, right? But he changed it up. So he would do the compressions. He would go, ha, 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 ha. And then after you did all the compressions, you needed to start giving them air to the mouth where you pinch the nose and breathe into the mouth. So he would go, ha, 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 pinch the nose, stay alive, keep that bitch alive. So when you said that, that almost killed me and I started back in a comfy fit. Fuck you. Because he was all like in his little shorts. Ha, 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 ha. And his wife came in. He had little shorts. That's all I'm saying. You don't, PSA, you don't wear Daisy Dukes to teach CPR. Just saying.
Duly noted.
And the tie-dye tank top. Jesus fucking Christ. That tie-dye tank top was really tight. Left nothing to the imagination, by the way. Ha, 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 ha. Blow, blow, blow. Oh my God, that's a great song right there. Ha, 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 ha. Blow, blow, blow. Saving your life, saving your life. Ha, 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 ha. Blow, blow, blow. Saving your life, saving your life. How do you put up with me, Luke? God damn it.
With ease. It's called friendship.
You're the best. You're the best. You're my best friend. I love it. My bestest friends. You know more about me than a lot of people do. And you're always there for me. And I'm so appreciative of that. Like, I'm so fucking lucky. How did I get somebody that knows how to do ha, 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 saving a Sam, ha, ha. That's Luke's CPR song to me. That was so dumb. I'm gonna call Burbs and have them parody it. Ha, 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 saving a Sam. It's gonna be awesome. It's your baby. Oh my God. Just compression. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
And to those who don't know what just happened, she's laughing so much she basically just threw her fucking device.
Which happens regularly on calls with Luke, and he can back that shit up because it made me laugh, and my phone goes one way, my beats go the other. I'm like, fuck you, Luke. Fuck you. Oh yeah.
Breathe.
Breathe. I'm sorry, I started thinking about staying alive. I was trying to breathe. Hold on.
Ha 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 ha.
That's what I was thinking, but I didn't do it. Oh, that's why you're my partner in crime. God damn it. Oh, Jesus, I love our calls, Luke. Fucking love our calls. We can talk about whatever the hell we want. Just be cool. And talk about, I'm not going to do it, saving lives. Hashtag be professional and don't sing Staying Alive while you're trying to save somebody. No, do it. It's cool. The compressions are good. They work. Totally. I wish I could start teaching something like that.
Have you ever had to perform CPR?
One time. One time. And it was infantile CPR. Actually. I was, during high school, I got to work. I did a work study program. And, I got to work at a daycare. It was an inner city daycare right near my school. I would go over there and, work until about 6 o'clock in the evening, 6, 7 in the evening. And, when I first started out, I had my actual own class. I used to be Miss Sensible Sam, teacher of the toddler room. So I used to have 20 kids under my care. Before everything changed, now here in Texas, you have to have an associate's degree in child care and child development to run your own classroom. But back in the day, laws weren't like that. And so I had my own classroom, and we were doing peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, Luke. And there was this one kid that used to love to take a bite of their food and then run around the room. And I would try to break them of that habit because I knew it was dangerous. Well, one day I was changing a diaper, or not the diaper, but changing underwear because they had an accident. And I was right there in the same room, just out of view of anybody passing through for privacy rights. And, yeah, sure enough, Mikey decided he was going to run around with peanut butter and jelly in his mouth. And it was peanut butter jelly time. And thankfully I had just had a course on CPR and I was able to get the peanut butter and jelly out. Did Mikey ever run around with food in his mouth again?
Doubt it.
Never. And you know what? Mikey and I built up a really close relationship. He was always at my leg. He would come in, first thing in the morning, he would come and hug my leg. And then he would go and play. So I take that as a win. And Mikey never did it again. And Mikey is now married and has a wife and a baby. So we're good.
And none of that would have happened.
I didn't think about it that way. You know what? I didn't think about it that way. I just thought I'd love to see the future. And wow. Never thought about it that way, Luke. You know what? It was my job. I love those kids. And I did what I had to do. And it was an honor to see a picture of his beautiful baby girl. Beautiful wife, by the way. Wow. He's a trucker. Makes good money. I'm proud of Mikey. Proud of him. What a great thing. What a great thing. Wow. Wow, that brought up a great memory, Luke. Thank you. Like, we went down memory lane and I was just like, wow.
I'd love to learn how to do CPR because of how useful it can be. But I'm also scared that if I did and was ever in a situation where I had to put it into action, I fear I'd just fucking freeze up.
Right. And you know what? I felt the same way too when I first learned it. And I've certified every year since. You know what, Luke? That was probably the first and only time I ever had to use it. Mm-hmm. I've had to deal with seizure situations. Excuse me. Oh my God. I've had to deal with like seizures, and stuff like that. But because of where I volunteer, it's commonplace. But as far as CPR goes, yeah, no. You know what? Now that I think about it, that was probably the first and only time I used it. And, I had some training and I had the same thought. Could I ever really jump into action if I needed to? And you know what? I guess that day speaks for itself because I didn't even think about it. My body just kind of did it. And when I came to, which sounds horrible, sounds horrible. Because I felt like I was there, but it was like an outer body experience. The sensible Sam that was working on Mikey in the training zone. Human sensible Sam was crawling out of her skin and crying in the background, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it was tough, but it just happened. And when I remember doing the upward thrust, because I had to, he was a toddler. I had to put him over my knee, bend him over, hold on to his neck and his collarbone, put him downwards, face him downwards at an inclined level, thrust upward and forward on the back. Swiftly, sharply, intermittently. And somehow that fucking piece of... I don't know where the blood came from, but I guess because it irritated the throat, it was a blood and PB&J sandwich that came out.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that was weird. And I don't know, could I do it again? Was I lucky? Was it instinct? I don't know. I can't answer that. Maybe it was a fluke.
I honestly feel I'd be too scared of screwing something up to jump into action, given what the consequences would be of screwing something like that up.
Wow, I'm so glad you said that. Because when you take CPR, you're given a disclaimer, which means there may be broken ribs while you're performing chest compressions. And have I heard of a survivor being saved but having a broken rib sue their Good Samaritan? Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. But more than not, it doesn't happen because they're so grateful to be alive. And you know what? When we do chest compressions, that is the standard. You may, unfortunately, break a rib. And that's what I was afraid of with the toddler. You know what I mean? But they have more pliable, much more giving bones than an adult has. We're more rigid. So I would say I'm less afraid to perform it on a child than I would be an adult. Because an adult, we take longer to heal. Yeah, fucking scary, dude. I don't want to break a rib, but do I want to save somebody's life? Fuck yeah. Is it? Wow, now I gotta think. Would I do it? I do it. Fuck it. I do it 100 times over. I do it 100 times over. So I'm glad Mikey's okay, and I'm glad he's prospered. And I had nothing to do with it. I was just part of the timeline, is what I gotta say. So I was glad I was part of the timeline. Everything happens for a reason, Luke. At least that's what I think.
To close this show out, because we're approaching the 50-minute mark, and I was hoping to try and keep episodes of the Diaries to around an hour.
Sounds good to me, babe, because you know what's coming anyway on my end. So.
I feel I should just give an update on this. The fact that I went to the doctors on Thursday.
Oh my God, yes.
To have my weight checked.
That would be awesome. Please do.
I went on, I believe, June the 1st. And came in at £265. I went Thursday and came in at 261.
Wow! What? That's awesome. Oh my God, that is so awesome. Now, a lot of times I'm the only one that gets privy to this stuff once in a while. And I think it's such an awesome thing. And I'm so proud of you and everything that you're doing. Like, it's been consistent, man. It's been so consistent. And I would love, if it's okay with you, and I hope I'm not overstepping my boundaries, but I'd like this to kind of be a permanent part of the Diaries. I mean, if that's okay with you, just kind of maybe if you would like to enlighten us on your journey of health. If it's okay, I mean, think about it.
I guess I can probably do it each time I go to doctors.
You know what? That'd be great. So then The reports would come in when you have doctor's appointments.
If anything, the only health-related thing I can really discuss right now is that thing you convinced me to do.
It's just one day a week, Luke.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so proud of you because you've been doing it too. I mean, overall, you're a great person. You have great morals. You think that your thinking is spot on. We're like twins. You work very hard at what you do, and the weight thing is just all inspiring because it keeps me going, and I hope we can inspire more people with that. Yeah. I'm trying not to talk about a lot of this. Yeah. Hold on, I'm sorry. I lost my. Yeah, I lost it. But. Oh shit, Luke!
What?
My brain just farted. It farted. Like really loud. And I can't. And I can't think of what I was saying because I was so entranced in telling you how much I love you. We were talking about that, and then and the he's a Vegemite. He likes Vegemite a lot. It's not Vegemite. I've never tried Vegemite. It looks not very tasty, but they say it's good. But a vegetarians. I'm trying. I'm trying to change my lifestyle. I'm not perfect. Sometimes I do lapse into a pescatarian mode. But Luke has been very sweet in supporting me in my journey to become a vegetarian by taking a day off. And I appreciate that because it means a lot to have some support like that.
It's not necessarily always the same day each week, but
it's always a day, and that's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna hold you to it. I ain't putting a blade to your throat unless you owe me anal bead money. But for that, if you can forgive me for being a pescatarian once in a while, yeah, I can definitely forgive you for like changing the day. Because one day a week, just one day a week.
I have always got the 1 day a week done. It's just sometimes it's Thursday, sometimes it's Friday.
And that's okay, because 1 day a week we take any stress off of our farm fed animals and our farm animals, and yeah, definitely. Definitely. So we'll see. You know what, Luke? Let's see. Spinach lessons.
Are we doing that tonight?
I don't know. Maybe. Let me see. Hold on. There we go.
Just give me a second to get a pen.
All right. And I'm gonna take a second. I hope you can edit out the dead air, because there's gonna be some.
Yeah, I'll try and keep it filled.
Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna have to mute myself for a second. Just for a second. Hold on. Sorry.
She just sent something through on Skype. I'm going to wait till she comes back to actually write it down. Try and keep as little dead air as possible. So, hell, fuck it. I'll probably take my first drink of the night while waiting. This is just a standard bottle of Jameson, nothing special about it. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Hey, you've got to destroy what you make. I may have poured a little more than I intended to, but I have been trying to learn more about whiskey over the last few months, but it's not easy. Really, the only thing I have learnt so far is the legality around the namings. For example, bourbon has to be made in the US, and it has to contain at least, I think it's 51% corn. Rye has to be at least 51% rye. Malt has to be at least 51% barley. Scotch, obviously that's obvious, has to be made in Scotland. And here's an easy way to tell if a bottle of whiskey is a fake. If it is Scotch or a brand derived from Scotch and whiskey is spelt with an E, it's a fake. If it is Irish or mainland US and it is spelt without an E, it is a fake. That's a piss easy way to tell if a bottle of whiskey is a fake.
Oh my God, that's crazy. I didn't know that. Oh my. Okay. Huh. The more you know. And you know what? I grow and I learn every day. That's cool. I did not know that. Sorry, Luke. Remember I told you that thing earlier. I guess they arrived a little earlier than I thought. That's cool.
Right.
They're cool. They're being entertained. Fuck it. I'm just joking.
So,
Okay.
So do you want to save this lesson for Tuesday, or do you want to?
Well, I figure we can do phrases on here, so I'd like to do that. Usually we do a word or two on TCP or whatever, but we want to get a little more in depth. And so we're going to do pretty much an entire sentence, and I would really like to do that. I've got time, baby. You don't worry about it. We're all good to go. I squared it up. So if you see that if you go to your Skype.
Oh, and just very quickly, I should probably say we are recording this on the evening of June the 29th. Exactly when this will go up, I'm not 100% sure, but that's when we're recording it. Right
on. It'll be up when it needs to be.
Yeah.
And you know what? When it needs to be is the right time. So there you go, B.
What's the translation in English?
Okay. You are, and this is easy, you are my best friend. I thought it would be appropriate.
I should have fucking known that.
I was wondering, but then I was like, okay, Luke already knows what me and mejor and amigo is, and two, eres should probably be the only slip up. I'm mad at you, Luke.
Yeah, and I pretty much got that exact phrase on Duolingo.
Cause you're my best friend.
I'm annoyed with myself now. I
knew it, and I was like, this should be easy because we've been doing spinach for a while. I think Luke can grab this, but it did come in from left field, so I understand that too. Tú eres mi mejor amigo. That is the truth.
I'm angry with myself now.
Don't be. See, this is a callback. This is what a teacher does. She goes back. He or she will go back and do a callback and refer to stuff that we've already done, just to kind of make sure that that's settling in, and then move forward with other stuff. So it's just kind of one of my old daycare teaching tactics, because I didn't only teach toddlers, I also taught school grade kids. So fun times. And I got to teach a lot of kids some Spanish here and there. And we would go back. So yeah, it was just a bit of a callback. Don't be upset if you didn't get it right away.
No,
that's all a part of it.
I'm just annoyed at myself because I should have got that one.
But you know what it says, and I'm sure eventually when you start seeing those, when I know that I'm doing good is when you see those Spanish words and in your mind you read it in English. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. And that should have
Okay.
happened this time if I wasn't fucking...
It's not your fault. Stop. Stop.
But...
I threw it out of left field. I was being a mojo for a second.
But do you want to do it phonetically so I can get it down as
Sí.
such?
Yes. Tú, T-U, tú eres, and it's not a R, it's an eres, just a eres, E-R-E-S.
Mm-hmm.
Mi, M-I, mi mejor, now this is where you get the R rolling, mejor, M-E-J-O-R, amigo, A-M-I-G-O. M-A-I-G-O, yeah. Tú eres mi mejor amigo. And I'm not going to give you any answers, but you know that you got to change that to feminine, don't you?
Uh-huh.
Because we've spoken about feminine and masculine terms. So I'm not giving him any other clues, but the student knows he's got to interchange that. For you, Luke, I would say, tú eres mi mejor amigo. Tú eres mi mejor amigo. And what would you say to sensible Sam?
Just let me actually get it down.
Oh, my bad. Okay, so, sorry. Tú eres, everybody that's listening, tú eres mi mejor amigo.
Tú eres mi mejor amiga.
Aww. I'm going to correct you on the eres because it's not a double R. Tú eres.
Tú
There you go.
eres mi mejor amiga.
Perfecto, mi amor. Bravo. Perfect. There you go, baby. So I guess this is a great time to go ahead and close it up, huh, my love?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think with that it'll be a good time to say and remind everyone to keep your minds open, but this diary is closed.
See you later, babes.